So, for the purpose of derivative of sin x, we will use first principle of derivative. What is first principle? F dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f x plus h minus fx upon h. So, see, limit h tends to 0, x plus h means h is added to x. So, we have sin x plus h minus sin x upon h. Now here we will use the formula sin A minus sin B. And I think you remember the formula of sin A minus sin B. I am writing using sin A minus sin B is equal to 2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. This is the formula. So here we will use limit h tends to 0, 2 cos x plus h plus x by 2 sin x plus h minus x by 2. In place of a we have x plus h, in place of b we have x. So upon h, this 2 reverts to denominator. Here we can write limit h tends to 0, we have cos c x plus x 2x upon 2, that is x, plus h upon 2 into sin, here x and x will cancel, h by 2 upon h by 2. This 2 comes with h. So what is the final result? See, limit x tends to 0, cos x plus h by 2 into, as I told, in case of limit, when two functions are given together that can be separated, we can write limit h tends to 0, sin h by 2 upon h by 2. And you know this formula, since limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x is equal to 1. So here we have limit h tends to 0, sin h by 2 upon h by 2 is equal to 1, and apply the limit here. We have h tends to 0. So in place of h we can write 0. So we can write d of dx of sin x is equal to cos x plus 0 into 1, and cos x plus 0 is cos x. So we have d of dx of sin x is equal to cos x. This is the first formula. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Got it? Note it. Noted?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see. We find derivative of cos x. derivative of cos x. Same using first principle. First principle is f dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f x plus h minus fx upon h. So limit h tends to 0, sin x plus h minus f sin x. So here we'll use cos. See, we have f dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0, cos x plus h minus cos x upon h. So we have to use this time the formula of cos A minus cos B. I'm writing using cos A minus cos B is equal to minus 2 sin A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. This is the formula of cos A minus B. In third chapter it has been taught. So we can write limit h tends to 0 minus 2 sin x plus h plus x by 2 sin x plus h minus x by 2 upon h. Once again, this 2 reverts to its denominator. Now, we can write this limit h tends to 0 minus sin, say, x plus x, 2x by 2, that is x, and plus h by 2, x plus h by 2, sin here, minus x and plus x will go, sin h by 2 upon h by 2. Again, these two will be separated. So we write limit h tends to 0 minus sin x plus h by 2. Again, limit h tends to 0 sin h by 2 upon h by 2. Again, sin x by x is equal to 1. So that becomes 1. Here apply the limit. We have d of dx of cos x is equal to minus sin x plus 0 into 1. So we have d of dx of cos x is equal to minus sin x. This is derivative of cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. These are important terms to be learned. Noted?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, these two are important formula. Other trigonometric functions can be found by other rules. So, see, let's find derivative of tan x. Every derivative can be obtained by this method, but I am giving another method also to find. Except sine and cos. Sine and cos can be obtained by first principle only. Now let's find tan x, derivative of tan x. So this can be written d of dx of tan x can be written sin x upon cos x. D of dx of sin x upon cos x. And here we can use another method, that is quotient method. I am writing, I think you remember, using d of dv u upon v. What I told, this is u dash v minus v dash u upon v square, means derivative of numerator into denominator plus minus derivative of denominator into numerator upon denominator square. So we have, see, I'm writing cos x d of dx of sin x minus sin x into d of dx of cos x upon cos square x, means denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator. This is quotient rule. See, we have cos x, derivative of sin x. Right now we have seen derivative of sin x is cos x into cos x minus sin x into derivative of cos x is minus sin x upon cos square x. So we minus minus plus. So what we have, d of dx of tan x is equal to cos square x plus sin square x upon cos square x. This is 1 upon cos square x is equal to sec square x, means d of dx of tan x is equal to sec square x. This is another formula. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. Note it.
Yes, sir.
Now let's see another formula. Let's see derivative of cot x. Derivative of cot x. So this can be written d of dx of cot x is equal to d of dx of cos x upon sin x. Again, we will use the quotient rule, using u upon v is equal to u dash v minus v dash u upon v square. Remember this formula? Now we write d of dx of, see, sin x denominator into d of dx of cos x minus cos x into d of dx of sin x upon sin square x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So we have sin x into minus sin x minus cos x into cos x. So we have upon sin square x. So here we have minus sin square x minus cos square x upon sin square x. See, d of dx of cot x is equal to minus sign is common here. We have sin square x plus cos square x upon sin square x, and sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So we have minus 1 upon sin square x, which is minus cosec square x. So derivative of cot x means d of dx of cot x is equal to minus cosec square x. This is the formula. Note it. Noted.
Yes, sir.
Now let's see. Two more. Derivative of cosec x. So we can write d of dx of cosec x is equal to d of dx of 1 upon sin x. Again, this is quotient. So using u upon v rule, that is u dash v minus v dash u upon v square. See, d of dx of cosec x is equal to, see, sin x denominator into d of dx of 1 numerator minus 1 into d of dx of sin x upon sin square x. Derivative of any constant is 0. Derivative of any constant is 0. So we have sin x into 0 minus 1 into cos x upon sin square x. This can be written as, see, d of dx of cosec x is equal to minus cos x upon sin x into sin x. We can write 2 times. And cos x upon sin x is cot x, and 1 upon sin is cosec x. So we have minus cosec x cot x means d of dx of cosec x is equal to minus cosec x cot x. This is another formula. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Let's see one more. Sec x. Derivative of sec x. Derivative of sec x. So sec x can be broken into 1 upon cos x. So we can write d of dx of sec x is equal to d of dx of 1 upon cos x. And once again we have u upon v rule. So d of dx of sec x is equal to c cos x into d of dx of 1 minus 1 into d of dx of cos x upon cos square x. So here we have derivative of 1 is 0. We have cos x into 0 minus 1 into cos x is minus sin x upon, we can write this is cos x into cos x 2 times. So this becomes 0, minus into minus plus sin x upon cos x into cos x. So this sin upon cos is tan and 1 upon cos is sec. So we have sec x tan x. Sec x tan x. So d of dx of sec x is equal to sec x tan x. This is the last trigonometric function. So you have to memorize all these terms. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the formulae. You have to learn this. Now after this, we are going to start the exercise. See, exercise 13.2. See the first question. Find the derivative of x square minus 2 at x is equal to 10. See, D, first question, d of dx of x square minus 2 at x is equal to 10. So what I told, if we have two functions with plus or minus, we can separate them. We can write like this, see, d of dx of x square minus d of dx of 2. So x square, this is exponent, this x2 comes first, 2x minus 0, 2 is constant. Now we are going to find at x is equal to 10. So we have 2 into 10 is equal to 20 is the answer. Got it? Now let's see second question. Second question is, find the derivative of 99x at x is equal to 100. See, d of dx of 99x at x is equal to 100. So derivative of x is 1 into 99. So what is this? This is 99. So d of dx at x is equal to 100. Since this is constant, there is no x. So its value is same as constant 99. Third one, find the derivative of x at x is equal to 1. D of dx of x, it is equal to 1. Derivative of x is 1. So we have d of dx at x is equal to 1 is what? 1, because it is constant. So this is how question number 1, 2 and 3 can be solved. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's solve question number 4. Fourth question, find the derivative of the following functions from the first principle. We are given fx is equal to x cube minus 27. See, using first principle, f dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0 fx plus h minus fx upon h. This is the first rule, first principle. So we add x h to x. So we have f dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0. See, we write x plus h whole cube minus 27. This one minus x cube minus 27 upon h. Break this into whole cube. We have limit h tends to 0 x cube plus h cube plus 3x square h plus 3xh square minus 27 minus x cube plus 27 upon h. This plus x cube minus x cube plus 27 minus 27 will go. See, h is common. Limit h tends to 0. H is common. We have h square minus 3x square plus 3xh upon h. This h and h cancel. Now put h is equal to 0. So what we have? Here 0 square plus 3x square, there is no h, plus 3x into 0. So answer is 3x square. Answer is 3x square. Noted? Let's see second part of the question. Second part, fx is equal to x minus 1, x minus 2. Fx is equal to x minus 1 into x minus 2. Now, using first principle, we have f dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0. See, we can write x plus h minus 1, x plus h minus 2 minus x minus 1 into x minus 2 upon h. What we have done? Just added h to x. Now multiply these two brackets. Multiply those two brackets. So we have limit h tends to 0. Multiply x into x, x square, x into h plus xh, x into 2 minus 2x. Here h into x plus hx, h into h plus h square, h into minus 2 minus 2h minus a1 into x minus x minus 1 into h minus h minus 1 into minus 2 plus 2, and here multiply these two brackets. So we have minus x square plus 3x minus 2 upon h. See, x square and x square cancel, minus 2 and plus 2 cancel. Here we have what we have, hx, hx, h square, h square. So simplify, we have h square alone plus hx plus hx. We have plus 2hx plus 2hx. See, minus 2x minus x minus 3x, and this plus 3x will go. What we have? Minus 2h minus h minus 3h upon h. So we have h common. Limit h tends to 0. H is common. We have h plus 2x minus 3 upon h. This h and h will go. Apply the limit. This h becomes 0. So what is the result? 2x minus 3 is the answer. Okay. Okay. Let's see one more part. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Third part. Fx is equal to 1 upon x square. Using first principle, f dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0, 1 upon x plus h whole square minus 1 upon x square upon h. Its LCM. Limit h tends to 0. Its LCM is h into x square x plus h whole square. This will go. We have x square minus x plus h whole square. Break this into whole square. Limit h tends to 0, x square minus x square minus h square minus 2hx upon h into x square x plus h whole square. See, this x square and x square will go. H is common. So we have f dash x is equal to h is common. So we have minus h minus 2x minus h minus 2x upon h into x square x plus 1 x plus h whole square. This h and h will go. Now apply the limit. What we have? Minus 0 minus 2x upon x square x plus 0 whole square. So this is what? Minus 2x upon x to the power 4. This will go minus 2 upon x cube is the answer. So I have solved question number 4, all the parts. Fourth part you have to try yourself. Fourth part you have to try yourself. 3 parts I have done. Noted? Noted it? So today we have solved up to question number 4. Question number 5 we will solve next day. Till then, God bless you. Thank you very much.